Plexus and his friends, striving to survive in sky at the ground or under, fighting off the hordes and avoiding the nuke zones while looking for loot to support their needs. Don't fret, we won't regret your input, support, or work, and join our community. Plexus and his friends, striving to survive in sky at the ground or under, fighting off the hordes and avoiding the nuke zones while looking for loot to support their needs. Don't fret, we won't regret your input, support, or work, and join our community. Plexus and his friends, striving to survive in sky at the ground or under, fighting off the hordes and avoiding the nuke zones while looking for loot to support their needs.
Hello and good afternoon on this Saturday. This is Plexus Gaming.
It's just me.
Oh, it's just you? Yeah. Okay.
That's the only one in this channel.
All right. Well, I still want to greet anybody who might see it later. So.
Not complaining. I'm just letting you know who I am.
Well, anybody who's watched the show knows who Comstar is. So, but yeah, oh, so what do you think about 7 days, Com?
Well, it beats the way it used to be. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it is changing. Did you
It's
hear
still
that
tough.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Did you hear that they're bringing the bandits back for? And I think it's 3 or 4.
Okay. Well, son of a bitch.
So we've got 3 people watching. So this is so everybody. This is the meet and greet. Ask any questions. I will try to answer it, and if I can't, hopefully Com can answer it.
Oh, you're asking a lot, buddy. But okay.
Well, you've been playing it almost as long as I have.
Yeah, God, when did I start playing?
Not long after I did. I mean, I've been playing since it was a single player game.
Well, I've been playing for well over 10, 12 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, it has.
I mean, we've gone through the mold.
Umpteen.
Yeah, umpteen. But we've gone through the molds of the, when you had to use molds to, make weapons and jars and all this other stuff.
Yep.
Um, the and I remember when they introduced the bikes, and also when
Oh, they introduced mini bikes before they introduced bicycles, by
you're right.
far.
Yeah, you're right about that. But remember when they introduced the one where you could use a grocery cart, drive a grocery cart?
Yeah, I do. It was
You have
stupid.
you absolutely loved it though. You I remember it was like you were just like you were just having so much fun with the grocery cart. Oh, and then what was some of the other things that you liked about it? The
Yeah, I remember you when you tried to do the tree wall.
Yeah,
And it was cool. You could plant trees right next to each other, and they grow up right next to each other and shit. But it was just chopping down trees is all it was, and so zombies came through it pretty quickly.
yeah, I remember a spider, the original spider. I remember one of them got stuck in the trees.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Never happened to me, but I remember spiders and trees. That's for damn sure.
yeah, I was trying to build a wall of trees all the way around our base. So, but and then remember we took over that small village, and I built a building from underground, and then I built another building across the road, which was my first elevated garden.
Yeah, and I remember when I built that goddamn wall around town.
Oh, it was a fence. You actually put a fence up.
It wasn't a fence; it was a goddamn wall of dirt and stone.
And what did you call that? Chez Kam was the restaurant
Something
you
like
built.
that. And we had the whole inside was nothing but goddamn farmland.
Yeah, I know, but you called the restaurant Chez Kam or something like that.
Yeah. Hell, I had it set up so I could make. I made more food than we could ever possibly eat.
Yeah, I know. It's like whatever you want. You said whatever you want, just come and grab it.
Hell, I'd spend one day planting, and then wait a couple of days, and then I'd spend all day doing it,
Yeah.
planting and then harvesting. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That was so goddamn labor intensive.
And then in the destroyed zone, that town in the destroyed zone, you built that little base that we could go and just have, fun shooting all the zombies that was coming
Oh
our
yeah.
way.
Yeah, I built a fire base. That's what it was. It was a fucking fire base. And oh
Yeah.
my God. I had it set up so I had big uh, well, I had it built with what the hell they call it. Basically it was like real wide but narrow. And then the crossways, and you guys were all doing underground shit.
Yeah, what was it? I built a tunnel system that connected all the bases that everybody had.
Yep, that's exactly correct. Had nothing better to do.
So I mean, it's like I built it and I said, look, it's up to you to connect to it, but it's like right, it's right near your thing. I mean, it went from the. I was trying to set up a little place where everybody could have everybody could build a home. Um, but what was it? Lippet had a. He built a base on the edge of a lake, or the edge of a edge of a lake, wasn't it?
Could have been. I don't remember.
So, but yeah, I was building. I set it up that I set up my little place where everybody could build a home, and I had a cobblestone wall that I had put up. And then I put a little trading post in there so everybody could come and do some trading. And the only reason it didn't finish was because the Fun Pimps updated the game and we couldn't use that map anymore.
Oh, they've done that a number of times. I remember when we had, well, hell, I remember when I built that base on top of that tower and that damn, and we armored it and everything, everywhere, up, down, not, oh, Jesus.
Trying to remember that one.
We had that underground base and everything else.
I'm trying to remember the one where we had that one in the tower. I don't remember that one. Or is that a tower that I built?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. But and then I remember we built one on a hill. On that one of those servers, we built it on a hill, and it had two runways that you could land on.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that one was so nasty that the server wouldn't take it.
No, not the one where it crashed the server. The one before.
Yeah, I remember that one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know you. It's like I was building it, and it's like everybody was saying, "I can't move."
Oh Lord. Oh God, that was terrible.
And I was even having problems moving. That was the last time I decided to build a big building.
Lord, no, don't ever do that again.
No. Oh. But yeah, my buildings got smaller after that. Although going underground is a different story. For some reason, it doesn't affect, your mobility.
You gotta be careful because you can't plant too many trees. You can't do this. You can't do that. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why in the current one, I think I've got maybe 30 trees or so behind the behind wrecked. So, yeah, we learned about the trees. But yeah,
We've done some crazy shit.
yeah, we have. uh, like that one that was on the top of the hill, we had all these batteries being charged up. And, we'd have a solar panel up there, and all its purpose was to charge the batteries that were down there. And what it was, you know, the whole idea was is people could come, players could come in, and for a small fee they could trade out their used battery for a fully charged one.
Yeah, that's before they made where batteries could discharge.
So, yeah, we lost one of whoever was watching. I guess they wanted to see something else. But we've got we have two watching now.
They asked you any questions?
No, I didn't ask any questions. So now there's three. The welcome to the meet and greet. Feel free to ask questions. I will try to answer the question as best as I can. That's the purpose of the meet and greet, so that we can get to know each other. Right now, Com and I are just chit-chatting about some of the fun things we had, like that huge base we had on the surface. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Where we had that forest off in one section, and then your buddy had his own little. I can't call it a farm, but he had cars down there. He had his own. He was growing his own, plants and stuff like that.
I remember when I was running around with nothing but a pistol and the hell is it? I was doing headshots. And
But this is the one where I eventually put the trench down.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was the one where we had the flaming spikes. We had the flaming spikes at the bottom of the trench and at the top.
Well, that's when you could make spikes instead of what we got now, where you had actual spikes in the ground and shit like that.
I also had the electric fence going around down there, and then there was also catapults at the bottom of the trench. So what basically happened is the zombies were falling into the trench, and they would, if they didn't land on the flame, if they did, they could, they would either go through the fence, the electrified fence, or land on the spikes or land on the catapults and be sent back up into the sky, and it looked like fireworks.
Oh yeah.
And it's like everybody on the server used to come and just to see the fireworks on a horde night. So, oh yeah, it was fun. And then, unknown to everybody, we had our own secret base underground. Where we had remember we had our own bank? And I think we had a couple of million dukes down there. Didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Larry was good about playing as well.
Yeah, we also had that other friend. What was his name? He died a couple of years back, around the same time not your daughter's, but your sister's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So, hey, welcome to the meet and greet. Com and I are here. Never mind, they left. So I guess they're looking at. They think we're playing the game. But oh. So anyway, but yeah, and then I remember you built a tunnel and found some sort of resource, and all we would do is build a single tunnel, find a resource, and then just go and you know just get that resource. That's all would do. We just harvest it, so it wasn't there anymore. So, but and then we had cars. We were harvesting cars. We had underground. We had underground farms, and I even had what you call it, miners down there. So it's like we were all set. Plus, on top of it, we had we had. I think I called it the Sky Mall because I elevated it, in case the zombies came around. But yeah, we've had some fun playing the game. But yeah, but I think one of the most obnoxious parts of the game that I'm glad they finally got rid of was the uh, was the molds. Wouldn't you agree with that? Are you there, Con? Con? You there? Okay. But yeah, in I don't know if it's 3 or 4.0, but they are talking about bringing back the bandits. And basically, their idea of the bandits is that they will become a buy in their own truck and or jeep, whatever you want to call it, and will attack your base. So I don't know what kind of weapons they're going to have, but my guess is that they will have, both. That they will have a variety of guns, but I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up having if they had some rocket launchers. So, anyway, are you back, Cum? He must have lost connection. Hey, Redneck, howdy. Howdy back to you. So this is the meet and greet, and you're allowed to ask any question you want about 7 days, and I will try to answer your questions. So this is your chance. I did have Comstar on here a little bit ago, but he seems to have dropped. And hello, and hello to those who just came in.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Cool.
Well, I was never gone. I was just watching TV. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Redneck came in.
Hello, Redneck.
So,
I can't hear you, but anyway.
Nope, we have not tried the Christmas mod yet. I have been thinking about it, but since I've got a team here, we would have to discuss it, and I really haven't gotten in time to talk to them about it yet.
Sure, let's do it. I'm just starting, so it don't matter to me.
Well, I'd have to talk with DJ, and I'd also have to talk with Ninja. So, but yeah, I heard they've got something interesting on that. Like the chickens will attack you.
Ooh, wonderful. Chickens and snakes. I haven't seen a snake lately.
What is it? You'd have to. There's an outhouse that has them in, and some of the corner stands.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll have them around.
And across the street, where you've got the hay bale and the trash, will sometimes have a snake.
Yeah. And yes, Redneck, you are absolutely correct. Rabbits will also attack you in the Christmas one.
What the fuck? Rabbits attacking. Ooh.
Yeah.
Jackalopes.
Yeah, jackalopes. So we were Com and I were discussing some of the earlier versions and what we've done in the past. Yeah, I've heard that Santa is pretty creepy on that one.
I haven't seen a Santa.
One of the guys that I've watched, I'm trying to remember who it is, but he, Santa was attacking him, and he ended up having to kill him, and he's like killing him and saying he's sorry to everybody. It's like, but I gotta kill him. I know it's Santa, but I gotta kill him. So. But yeah. Let's see. I think I still have I still have the Discord connection on there. If you want to come join us on the my Discord channel, you just have to drop down into the 7 days to where we are. You're more than welcome, Redneck. But yeah, we've done some crazy stuff in the past. The like huge buildings, absolutely humongous farms that literally took a day to plant and a day to harvest. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That may very well be because I have played with Sheriff Hawks for a little bit. And believe me, he is a PvP player. I had difficulty ambushing that guy. But yeah, I tell you, it's like Kam and I were talking about that, but and then there was there was one server that it was tall and it was as wide as the land claim was, and it was big enough that we had two runways, one going north and south, the other going east and west, where you could land inside the building.
Oh, then there's the roof. We made that. We were going completely over the top with that thing
Yeah, we were, but it was fun. You can't you can't deny it. Maybe
until it broke down.
no, it wasn't that one didn't break down. That one Fun Pimps updated and we couldn't use
Oh,
the
okay.
map. But but as we were saying, there was one server. We destroyed the server. I mean, we literally collapsed it because the building was just way too big, and the server couldn't handle it. But we also had tunnels going all over the place. And then I have to say this: you did get us in a little trouble. You were planting trees all over the place.
Say what?
Remember you were planting trees.
Oh yeah.
You got us into trouble. I had to I had to talk to the server owner so that we could get back on. But yeah, we've done some crazy stuff. Um, and I'm trying to remember what there was. I think you mentioned it, but didn't we? We had on one of our games. We built a tower so high, you really couldn't see the ground very well. Wasn't there? Didn't we build one like that? Did I lose you, Com?
I couldn't barely hear you, but now I've got the fan turned down, so yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Didn't we build a tower so high that we could barely see the ground?
Oh yeah. How about the idiot stands we had to make? Oh Jesus.
Redneck, the trees use player trees use up more resources than the game trees. So what it does is it's like, especially if you're on a player and there's a lot of player trees in there, it could cause serious lag. So most owners of servers will tell you that they will limit the number of trees. Some will even some may even do it where you don't get trees from harvesting. You don't get seeds from harvesting the trees. Hey, Lazarcon. But you end up having to buy them, and you're limited in the number of tree seeds. Hey, Lazarcon, welcome to the meet and greet. This is your opportunity to ask questions, and I will
This
do
and
my
moan and shit and wipe and do all that stuff.
yeah, basically.
I'm sorry. I blew
It's,
up.
but yeah, this is your chance to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them for you. Um, so, and right now, Calm and I are just talking about the various things we've done in the past, like humongous buildings and that I've built, which is why I don't build humongous buildings anymore. uh, I mean, Calm could tell you some of the buildings I've put up. I think he and his buddy Larry got at one point were kind of saying, "Don't do it anymore." uh, but anyway, So, but yeah, it's like we've played the game for so long that we remember using. What were those things called? Molds. That you had to use molds to make guns, mold to make jars, and pretty much anything else. That's how long we've been playing. Oh, Redneck, I've loved to play games all my life, even before this whole thing. As a matter of fact, one of the first computer games I ever played was a game called Hammurabi. And that quickly became boring. I figured it out real quick. That quickly became boring. So I learned to program in BASIC. So then I got into the programming for
They can hear me,
Hammurabi.
right?
What's that?
They can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm retired, and all that implies.
Same here. I'm retired as well.
I got nothing to do and all day to do it.
Yeah. But and what I did with Hammurabi was it was a basic. It was programmed in BASIC, and so I went in there and I changed the programming to where you could have multiple cities, and it was, that really did well. And then finally, I got in. Finally, I was able to get it to where I could, where I could have set it up where I could go over the phone, and that's where I found AOL. So like I said, I've been playing games and later computer games for how long? Probably about computer games about 35 years, but I got into board games when I was a kid and other kinds of games. 7 Days. I saw 7 Days, and if I can remember correctly, it intrigued me. So it wasn't that expensive. It was like I only had it was only like it was like less than $6 at the time,
$25 when I got into it.
and so it was like $6 when I got it. So I figured, why not? I picked it up, and it was great. Oregon Trail. I've played that as well, but never finished that game. I never got to the end. I always died. The but as far as 7 Days go, when I bought it, it was a one-player game, and all you had was the Naviz game map. But I found it to be a really intriguing game. The idea of, you know, building and surviving. You know, for me, that made the game. And then eventually they made it into a multiplayer game. And that's where I got come into it. And I think who came along next? Was it Larry or was it DJ?
It was Larry.
And then somewhere along the line we got DJ involved. So, and then we've had other players come and go, for various reasons. But yeah, it was very, it just, I've been in love with it ever since. I mean, I think it was like, I'm thinking it was somewhere around 6, one of the 6s version that I picked it up. And, I remember the jars. And what I hated the most about the jars is you used them and they were gone. So now with the fact that the jars are still gone, but you don't need to make the jars. I mean, for a long time you had the jars that you needed to make them. And then with the jars you made whatever you wanted to drink. And then the jar was gone. That was the irritating thing about it. Because basically what it is you had to have all these jars in storage in order to make sure you had enough to drink. That's the only part that kind of irked me is, the jars were temporary. So yeah, at one point they did have it where, oh, look at that. At one point they did have it where the jar stayed, but for some weird reason they got rid of that. So, but yeah, I've heard that, the jars are coming back, and I hope that you don't have to. That you don't have to do it, because one of the things with the jars was you didn't need to, what am I looking to say here? With the jars, all you needed to do was go to a water source. And then, you have a stack of jars and you fill them up. So water was a good thing to do. And what else was nice about it is you were able to make your own water source. Yes, I remember that as well. It's like my mom used to always say, "Go out and play," and I don't want to see you here until the lights come back on, or the street lights come on. Remember that, when you're young?
Oh yeah, yeah. My mom would come out and honk the horn, long and a short, long and a short. And time to go home. Catch you later.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the sky getting dark, I said, "Well, I got to go home." Kids nowadays, they don't know. But Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the shorts that they have on YouTube, but they said who remembers this, and it's like the different things, the different things that our, like my generation had. It's like your parents told you go out and play, and then you knew when when the street lights were starting to come on or starting to get dark. Go home. And when you walked in, your mother had the food waiting at the table for you. Drinking from the hose.
Yeah, hell, I always drank from the hose.
That, and you'd go out and you'd ride your bike out in the fields, and where you had, almost like a roller coaster ride, you know, in the little wooded areas. Uh, Tell me about that one. I'm hoping I can get back to where I can ride a bike. I, you know, I mean, my ankles still swell up, but not my legs. So things are things are looking a little bit better. I remember that one. And then the neighbors would come out and chase you out of their off their lawn. Well, I never built vehicles. I can honestly say that. But I was always curious about it. Excuse me. But uh, but yeah, you know, any questions that you have about 7 days? So, but yeah. Oh, you remember that? Remember we were talking earlier about that tunnel I made connecting everybody?
Yeah.
I did that with dynamite. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
It
I
was
remember. Yeah.
it was like
You had to get a goddamn mini bike because you didn't have motorcycles back then, but you had mini bikes, and you had to have a mini bike to go down the tunnels because it
yeah.
was so long.
It was. I think what was it? The longest one was 2.5 kilometers, or was that the whole length of it? Because I think I went. I think I cut over to the main base, and then came over towards yours. Did a little side tunnel towards was it Leopard or Larry?
Well, Levitt didn't play that long, and Larry did, so probably Larry.
And then there was somebody else who was further down. The There was further down than that one player, and I finished up near him. But everybody was connected at that point. And that wasn't that also the first time I was doing a oh, what was it? I was doing my what is that pit that I do? Um, I forgot the name of it. I did, you know, I take like I make a square and I just go straight down. What do they call that? I mean, you know, it's like you start on the surface and work your way down. It's not a, you know, it's not a mine where you go
Well,
down
we
and
always went to the god. At that time, we always went to the goddamn core. Once you go down and you can't go no farther, and then that's it.
yeah. Well, this one was strip mine. That's where I started doing the strip mine. Was on that map. I had that strip mine on the one outside the one fence area. Uh, so, but yeah, tunnels and building buildings. That's my main forte. I mean, I think Lazarcon and Redneck, you've both seen, you know, the base that I like to build now. And then I've got so the next thing. I, okay, all right, no problem, no problem. But if you want to chat about something, that's free. You know, if you don't have any more, you know, I don't mind that. So, but yeah, occasionally we do play mods. It's not all vanilla. I mean, we do play a lot of vanilla, but you know, if somebody if somebody pipes up and says they want to, try a mod or something like that. I think what was the one mod we played? I'm trying to remember. Let me see if I can remember. I don't think it was Black Forest. Do you remember that one mod we played for a little while?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it was Black Forest. And I don't think it's the one that has the name Death in it. Darkness Falls.
Oh yeah, I remember playing a couple of those games.
Yeah, it was. We played that for a little while.
Yeah, that had
Okay,
NPCs
Lazarus.
and stuff like that that you could actually use on the walls, and you started out with a fortress and everything else.
Yeah. Yes, there is one that is Western based. I forget the name of it, but I am familiar with it in that it exists. All right, take care, Lazarcon. But let me see if I can find what that one is. I'm looking it up. There is one that I recall that was a Western. Oh, da, 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 da. I don't see it, but I know it is. Fluffy Panda's Mega Mall. Loadmasters, Black Wolves. I know it's here. I just can't seem to locate it. Oh, the mod you were talking about is the Nord Army Xmas update. I don't know. I don't see it. Unfortunately. So, what time is it? So anyway, um, all right. So anyway, we'll we'll see about having another one next week, and hopefully we can help everybody out a little bit better. So everybody have a good weekend. We'll catch you on Monday at 5. And if you liked what you saw, don't forget the thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to subscribe and to get notified of when we have something going on. Hit that bell. It'll help you out tremendously to be notified, and it also helps the channel. This is Plexus Gaming, wishing you well.
Plexus and his friends, striving to survive in sky at the ground or under, fighting off the hordes and avoiding the nuke zones while looking for loot to support their needs. Don't fret, we won't regret your input, support, or work, and join our community. Plexus and his friends, striving to survive in sky at the ground.